Aloha everyone, welcome to my garden on this very windy Tuesday afternoon here on Oahu. Look at how windy it is. It's usually, oh my goodness, it's usually breezy back here, which is great because orchids love good air circulation. But today is extra windy. It's been like this since this morning. So I have been working hard, organizing, cleaning up my plants. There's been a lot for me to do just because I haven't been out here for like a couple of months. When I wasn't feeling well, I wasn't able to be back here. So now I'm kind of playing catch up, and when you have this many plants, it's never ending. So I have been, like I said, busy since this morning, but I decided to do a video because it's been a while since I've done a garden video, and I do have a few things in bloom that I wanted to share with all of you. But before I get started, I just want to thank all of you for deciding to click on this video and spend part of your day with me. I truly appreciate it. And if you're new to my channel, my name is Kelly. I'm an orchid lover from Hawaii. And in my videos, I try to keep all of you up to date on everything that is orchid related here in the islands. Speaking of up to date, I released a video recently of Jungle Mist orchids, and shortly after I released that video, I found out that that location had actually closed down. So I need to update you all on their new location, which is located somewhere in Hilo Town. I'll put the information on the screen. They do have an Instagram page, so go ahead and follow them. And of course, if you're ever in Hilo, go and check them out. It's going to be kind of like the same concept where they have coffee and smoothies and baked goods and orchids, but I think this time they have like an actual cafe, like a store. So go and check them out. I definitely plan on checking them out the next time I'm in Hilo, hopefully for the show. Right now I'm still trying to find airfare. It's like crazy expensive, almost $300. I normally don't wait this long, but because of my health issue, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to go. But now that I'm feeling better, I definitely want to go. But now it's the financial part that's possibly going to keep me from attending, because I cannot be paying $300 for a round trip ticket to the neighbor island. And on top of that, rent a hotel and a car and buy orchids. You know, it's going to be a one-day trip, and it would probably come out to like at least $1,000. So I'm hoping that I can either get a buddy pass, hopefully from one of my relatives, but that's like standby, and it's not the ideal situation. Or I'm gonna keep checking like late at night, because that's when usually the prices go down. So hopefully I can find something a lot less than what I'm seeing now, because if it stays at this price, I probably won't attend. Anyways, like I said, I'm gonna be doing a garden video, and I want to show you guys this Phalaenopsis. This is a species, so it's a Phalaenopsis cornucervi red, and I have this one mounted on a piece of cork bark. But right next to it, I have one in a basket. It's also blooming, and I have some styrofoam on the bottom and some bark on the top. This is Orchiata, and it's also doing well. So this just kind of goes to show that you can grow orchids different ways, even in the same environment. This one right here, I actually had this one in a basket with some sphagnum moss for a few years. And I know it was already blooming size because I got it in bloom, but it wasn't doing anything in that basket. It wasn't growing, it wasn't blooming, it was just surviving. So I decided to take it out of the basket, put it on this piece of cork, and the next thing I knew, it didn't start right away, but eventually it started to grow, and it grew all these really thick, healthy roots, and as you can see, it bloomed finally. So I am super happy. I am not an expert by any means, but the advice that I can give all of you, if you have an orchid and you know that it's blooming size and nothing's happening, try to do something different. Either move it to maybe more sun, let it get more light exposure, or maybe you're not watering enough or fertilizing enough, or maybe it's just not happy in living conditions. Like if it's in a pot or in sphagnum, make sure whatever you have it in that the roots are healthy. And if it's not, do something about it, because if you don't, either you're going to have a plant that's just going to be existing and not thriving, or eventually you will end up losing that plant. Sorry, I had to turn my hose off because I'm filling up my pond. When I don't add water in here for a few days, the water goes down quite a bit. So I'm not sure if it's leaking or it's just evaporating because it's so hot. But it was really low earlier, so I needed to add water. Okay, what should I show you guys next? Let's maybe go to this white cattleya, no ID, absolutely gorgeous. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you may have seen my post that I broke off one of the buds. I was organizing my shelf where I had this orchid. It was in a more sunny area because, like I said, when I started feeling better, I came back here and I started this organizing and cleaning, and it's been like almost every day now that I'm working on something, so I'm always super busy. But anyways, I brought it down because I seen that it was in bud and I decided to spray it with 7. So it was time for me to put it back on the shelf. And of course, I told myself, be really careful, because there was like 5 buds on here and I didn't want to break any. But instead of moving my other plants, I thought I left enough space to squeeze it in there. And the cattleya that was next to it, it's a very mature cattleya, so the leaf is like really firm. And one of the buds, the top bud, got caught. And I didn't see it. I was wondering why there was resistance. So when I pushed it into place, the bud snapped and fell on the shelf. I was so upset with myself. But stress is not healthy for you. So I didn't let it last too long. Like, I let it go. I told myself I had to let it go because the damage was already done. There was nothing that I could do. But it's still really pretty, but it would have been prettier with 5 flowers, right? And the one that broke was the one right on the top. Maybe you guys can see that, but yeah, that was pretty disappointing. I almost felt like I wish I hadn't cleaned that day, because I wouldn't have seen the buds and I would have left the plant alone and it would have still had 5 flowers. But it is what it is. So there's another spike. There were 2 buds on here. One of them blasted. So I have 1 left. I have no idea what this one is called because I got it with no ID. But it is really, really pretty. And it does have a little bit of a fragrance. If you guys know what it is, let me know. Leave me a comment. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to this really cute hono hono. I do have a tag. Okay, I do have a tag, but there's nothing on it. I'm not sure if it faded or what happened, but this is gonna be another no ID. Super cute. It's been in bloom for a while. As you can see, the flowers are on its way out. But I actually thought I had lost this one, and then it bloomed and I was so happy because I only have 1. So I'm hoping that it'll shoot out some keikis on this cane and I will be able to make divisions. Honohonos are probably one of the easiest orchids to propagate. Okay, moving on. This one is a Cattleya intermedia. This one I do have the tag for, so instead of trying to remember, let me just show you guys the tag. Cattleya intermedia variety Cerulean, crossed with Cattleya intermedia Aran Beam, I think that's how you say it. Anyways, it is super cute. Check these flowers out. Isn't that beautiful? And it has been in bloom for a while. It gave me multiple spikes. I think this is like the 4th or 5th spike in the past couple of months. I got this from the Windward auction. And if you guys watched that video, you guys know that I won a lot of plants that day, even though I wasn't planning on winning that many. I think I won almost every bid because I thought that I wasn't going to win every bid. So if you ever go to an auction, don't assume that you're not going to win the bids, because you can easily win them all and end up spending a lot of money like I did. Anyways, I'm glad that I won this. It's not for sale. I won't be selling this one, so don't ask. I absolutely love her, and she's a good bloomer, and she's a very big plant. So I'm hoping that it will continue to grow and thrive and give me even more flowers next time. So right here, this one has been open for a while. This is my Teresa Ricci. I had to remember the name. I almost forgot what it was called. I was gonna say Christina Ricci, but no, that's the actress. Teresa Ricci. It is mounted on a hapu'u or a tree fern pot, or should I say potted in a tree fern pot. But there's not really anything in there besides maybe some charcoal. And I've had this one on here for a few years. It hadn't bloomed in a really long time. It finally bloomed just one flower, but I have been fertilizing more, so I'm hoping that it'll start blooming more often. It does get really, really good sun, and now that I'm feeling better, I've been watering it regularly. So as I said, guys, I am by no means an expert, but I've attended enough talks at orchid societies to know that there are 3 main things that your orchids need, like basic things, which is sun, water, and air. So they need good air circulation, they need to be watered regularly, and they need whatever sunlight that they prefer. Some like more sun, some like less sun, so learning your orchid is very important. But it's hard when you have hundreds. It's hard to remember what every orchid wants. Some like less water, some like more water, some like to stay damp, some like to dry out in between watering. So if you have a few, you can probably master it. But when you have hundreds, trying to remember and just trying to give each orchid that type of individual care is probably impossible. But I'm trying, you know, I do my best. I do lose a lot of orchids, which sucks because I hate to lose any. I want to keep all of them alive. I want all of them to thrive. But even the best nurseries lose orchids, so I guess that's just part of orchid growing. There's nothing we can really do about it. So this one, as you can see, it's on its way out, but it was in bloom for a good while. And I think this one is called, oh gosh, what is it called? I have a tag, hang on. It's a homemade tag, by the way. Okay. Don't remember how to say that, but anyways, I think that's what this is. It didn't come with a tag, so my friend Matt, he's the one that told me it could be this, so I just made a tag and put it on there. It matches what I saw online, so why not, right? I've never entered it, so maybe if I were to enter it in a show, they might say that it's not. That might not be the real name, I don't know. But it's pretty, I love it, and that's all that matters. Moving on, I have this dendrobium. I got this from Penny and Henry Haddle a while ago, before they were even selling their nursery. And this one is a Norma Jackson yellow. Okay, what's wrong with my camera? Okay, it's a Norma Jackson yellow, but The weird thing about this is that when I got it from their nursery, the colors were a lot more tropical. Like there were more reds and orange and yellow. Now it's just yellow with a little bit of red. And it's more of a pastel looking color and not like bright like how it was when I first bought it. So I'm not sure if care can affect the colors on the flowers. Those of you who have more experience, please let me know the answer to that, because it's getting enough sunlight, as you can see. This is under 50% shade cloth, and I think I'm giving it enough water and fertilizer. But does that affect the color, or does it just fade as it gets older? I don't know. Not the flower, because it looked this color when it first opened. So it's not the flower fading, but I'm saying like maybe when the plant gets older. But I've never heard of that, where the flowers change as the plant gets older. So not sure what's going on. It's still pretty, but it's not as pretty as, like I said, it was when I first got it, which is kind of sad. But maybe, I don't know, maybe if I get some advice and you guys tell me what's going on, then I can maybe do something to get it back to that vibrant color again. Okay, let's see. Here is my pastel looking yellow splash. The thrips got to this one, so it's not, oops, hang on. The flowers don't look that great, but I do have more buds. Sorry, the sun's kind of making this video a little washed out. And my plant, I have it growing in just a basket with some charcoal and lava rock. It wasn't doing well in the pot, so I put it in here. It grew some new roots, it grew a new cane, but then it kind of looks a little unhappy, I guess you can say. And it is throwing out like 3 spikes, so I'm hoping that's not a bad sign, that, you know, something not good is going to happen. Because I have heard that sometimes orchids will throw out a lot of spikes when they're dying, and I just knock on wood, I hope that is not the case here, because I love this orchid. I'm hoping that I can get it to grow better. Maybe I'll throw more bark in here. Oh, I see an eye that is all brown. You see that, guys? That looks dead. That sucks. Anyways, so yeah, that's my yellow splash, and I have one more spike right here and more buds up there. Again, this one had no ID when I got it. I bought it from the Bloom Market or Bloom Show, I guess, a few years ago from Lorenzo. And I'm surprised nobody else bought it. I thought it was gorgeous, so I snatched it up as soon as I saw it. Again, no ID, but I do call it my pastel yellow splash. Here is my Lillian Yamada. Again, been in bloom for a while, but it does have more spikes and buds developing back there. I think it gave me, here's another spike. I think it gave me like 5 spikes already. So this one has been going off. I guess it's happy. It has a lot of sun, a lot of water, fertilizer, good airflow over here, as you can see. I've been trying to do better, guys. Trying to make my orchids happy so that they can thrive, and then they make me happy in return. Anyways, here's another spike. This is my, I think, Bangkok Renanthera Bangkok Sunset or something like that. I can't see the tag right now, and I know that one is stuck. And I don't want to try to pull it out because lately my tags have been breaking. They're so brittle. But anyways, this one is a really good bloomer. I think my friend Nelson has one. It's like really tropical colors, like red and pinks and yellows and orange. It's absolutely gorgeous. It has bloomed for me maybe twice already this year, I think. I know it bloomed before, so it's throwing out another spike, so I'm super happy. I have another mounted orchid. I can't remember if this is lime sherbet. Might be lime sherbet. Anyways, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buds. It did have 6. One of them blasted. Hopefully the rest will bloom and I'll be able to show you guys what the flowers look like later. And as I told you guys earlier, I have been working hard trying to organize this garden and make it functional and I guess easier for me to access everything. Like I moved all of these orchids and I'm petite, so I kind of moved them in an area where it leaves me a nice walkway where I can walk under most of these pots and I don't hit my head. But anyways, I put up this shade cloth, I extended this shade cloth, so now I can have orchids on the outside of this fence that I had put up, or this fencing that I had put up, instead of having all my mounted stuff on the inside, which it's hard to access because of all of these hanging plants. Now I have them all right here. Sorry, I bumped into one of my hanging orchids. I still have things everywhere. I haven't finished putting things away yet. But anyways, I have them all here nicely displayed. Nothing to block it. There's no hanging plants above it. And I see buds up there. Can you guys see that? And there is a tag on that plant, but I'm not gonna take it down. When it blooms, I will tell you guys what it is. Hopefully I'll see flowers. Hopefully nothing gets to the spikes. And so far the birds have been leaving my spikes alone, and I can prove it because I'm gonna show you guys. Look at this. Normally these spikes would be gone. Let's see, can I zoom in? Check this out, guys. Look at that. I think that's my lemon drop, and it has 2 spikes, and normally the birds would have already snapped those suckers off, but they're still there and they look like they're gonna start to bloom soon. So I am super stoked about that. I don't have to put everything in my cages anymore. Okay, check this out. One of my Phalaenopsis species. This is my Violacea, I think it's called Indigo Red. My camera's not doing a very good job. Anyways, it's super cute. I do have several species phals. I am in the process of repotting them all. I'm putting them all in baskets. Let me show you guys what I'm doing. So the same way that I have this growing, I'm gonna try to grow all of my species phals like this. I've already done, I think, 10, and I still have like 30 more to do. So I have some Cornucervi red, and then I have the yellow version. And I do have some Bellinas. I have some Violaceas. I think I have a Tetrapsis. I have some different ones, but I'm gonna try to grow all of them this way, and hopefully they'll be happy. I mean, they were already pretty healthy. As you can see, there's a bunch of new roots, so most of these are doing okay. Some are struggling, so more so I want to get them out of that sphagnum. I don't think too many of my plants do good in sphagnum in my garden. Not sure if it's just my environment, but I just don't really like to grow in sphagnum. Oh, I almost missed my Hamlin's Magic Leilani. So the flowers are already on their way out, but I repotted this one and it took off. And this is the only one that bloomed for me. The ones that I got in as is and I didn't repot, those did not spike. So I think repotting, getting them into fresh media, getting them, like I said, more light exposure, it does have a big impact on the growth and flowering of your orchids. So take time, guys, to spend with your orchids and try to, like I said, try to do something different. If it's not growing well, wait, sorry, I thought that is another bud. It gave me another bud. It's right there. Can you guys see that? Wait, right there. It's just one, but I'll take it. Oh, I see another. I see more. Oh my gosh, I love this orchid. Hamlin's Magic Leilani, guys. This is a good. Oh my gosh, wait. Look at that. More spikes. I see 3 new spikes. Oh my gosh, I'm so stoked. I am so stoked. It's like 3 buds, 1 bud. I think thrips got to the other bud on that one over there because I didn't even know it was in bud. I thought it was done already. It's been blooming for so long. Wow, okay. I don't have any more for sale. I might bring more in, but if you guys want this, let me know and I'll definitely bring more in. This is a beautiful orchid. It's such a good bloomer. I'll put the video of mine when it bloomed. I mean, well, it was this plant, but I don't want to show you guys these flowers because these are already faded. I'll show you what it looked like when it was like freshly opened. Oh my goodness. I'm so happy. I am so happy right now. When I was not feeling well and I couldn't be with my plants, it really sucked. It really sucked not to be able to be back here. And like, it's work, but it's not work. Does that make sense? Like, it's a lot of work when you have plants, but because I love what I do, it doesn't feel like work. Like, I'd rather be out here working all day long than doing stuff in my house. I just love being with my plants. Oh, I have one more Lily and Yamata over there. If you guys can see that, hopefully. Let me see. Let me get a better angle. And again, that one is also growing in a wooden basket with barely anything, like just some lava rock, and that basket's already falling apart. And so is my other one, the one that I showed you guys on that side. Again, it's in like a wooden basket with maybe some lava rock and charcoal. Here's a better look. There's hardly anything in there, guys. That is the way that I prefer to grow my orchids, with barely anything or like mounted. So I have to show you guys my Vandopsis Lysochildioides, and I apologize if I'm moving fast or talking fast. It's because it's already late and I have an orchid meeting to go to tonight, the Cunha Orchid Society meeting. And I've been working all day, so I do want to rest a little bit before I have to shower and get ready and go. I don't want to just be like, nonstop and not have an opportunity to rest. So I'm trying to speed this up. But anyways, my Vandopsis Lysochildioides, I used to have it here along with the rest of these Vandas, but I decided to move it under the shade cloth so that they get more sun. And this one has been in spike for a while. It started blooming, but I'm not sure if this is normal. So as the flowers open from bottom to top, the bottom ones keep dying off, and then the ones that, go further up towards the top are opening. So I was thinking maybe thrips are getting to it, but then I've sprayed it and it still keeps happening. So I'm not sure if that's just how this one is. If you guys are familiar, I should ask Doug, because I got this from Doug DeMoss. Yeah, that's what I think I'll do. I will ask him, because I think it's strange that the flowers on the bottom keep drying out and shriveling up as the new ones start to open. but I'm gonna try to get you guys a view of that flower because it's so pretty. See, the only problem with me moving this Vanda here is that I can't get a good look at these flowers. I have to try to duck under here. Okay, so let me zoom because I can't really get closer. They are kind of yellow and spotted on the front, and then the back of the flower is like a fuchsia pink. It is so nice. There we go. Okay, I'm starting to cramp because I'm crouched down. Hang on, let me back up out of here. Okay, that was not easy. I probably should have brought my selfie stick. That would have made it a little easier. Oh, how did I almost miss this? This is my Maxillaria tenuifolia Yamada yellow, and it has been in bloom for like months. I'm not exaggerating, it has been in bloom for like at least 2 months. I don't think it's giving me any more new buds, but it was full of flowers and it smelled amazing. I don't really smell anything right now, maybe because the flowers are already on their way out, but if you guys don't have this orchid, I highly recommend it. If you like the smell of coconut, this is a great one to have. Super, super fragrant. And here I thought that was the last thing I had in bloom, but nope, it is not. My Pandarata just started opening. This is my Silagene Pandarata. I have it mounted on this homemade contraption that I made. I got my inspiration from watching my friend Nelson's video of his home visit to Mercedes. So I made this because I didn't know what else to put my Silagene on. And when I got it, it was mounted to a tree in Carl's yard. He gifted me some cuttings, so I decided that I wanted to keep them mounted, but because I don't have any trees, I had to make my own mount. So this is what I decided to do because, like I said, I got my inspiration from Nelson's video. But anyways, it has bloomed for me already, like I think 3 times. And I wasn't expecting another spike, but I am so happy that it did give me even more flowers. But unfortunately, the flowers only last a few days, so it's not gonna make it to the Eva show. And if you guys are here on Oahu, I hope to see you guys at the Eva show. I'm gonna put the information on the screen. I'm gonna be a vendor there. So I do have a bunch of plants coming in today. I have plants coming in tomorrow. I have plants coming in next week. So I will probably be doing another preview video for that. I just released a preview video for Jonathan and I's open house this Saturday. If you guys haven't watched it, it's the video right before this one. Go and check it out. And again, if you're here on Oahu, come and visit us at his nursery in Mililani. Okay. I do have several other orchids in bloom, like dendrobiums. I have like that purple one back there. Can't really access them right now because it's a little crowded. And this morning, like I said, I was cleaning, guys, and look, to my surprise, my Cymbidium, I was gonna say Silagene, my Cymbidium is in spike. And it was hiding because this whole area was like cluttered. Like I cleaned all this out. I moved one of my big oncidiums out of here so I could give these guys more room. And luckily I did not break the spike because I didn't even know it was in spike. So hopefully I get to see some flowers from that. I need to spray it with 7. But that was a nice surprise. That was my my prize for all my hard work that I did today. So like I said, I moved a bunch of my Cymbidiums because this is like my Cymbidium section, but they were getting like sunburned. It was just too hot over here, so I moved some to where hopefully they get a little more shade. And this one I think can handle it a little more, so it's on the left side. This side gets more sun. And I have another dendrobium back there. That one's been in bloom for a while. If you guys watch my video of Ben Oliveros, I went to visit his nursery. Here's some of the plants that I got from him, doing really well. Sorry guys, I ran out of memory. I had to delete some stuff. Anyways, this is the cutting that I got from Ben. This is another Hamlin's Magic, but this one is called Rowan's Return. And as you can see, it grew a bunch of new roots and there's some new growth right there. So it is doing well. This is the other one that I got from Ben. There's some new growth right there. And what else do I have to show you guys? Again, I'm trying to hurry because I need to get ready for my meeting soon, and I guess I didn't delete enough because once again I ran out of memory. So I'm gonna try and speed this up so I can end this video. Anyways, look at how pretty this cattleya is. I recently bought this from Penny. I absolutely love it. She was selling it at the farmer's market. If you guys go to KCC, visit her on Saturdays, and Mililani on Sundays. She's also, I think, in downtown 4th Street Mall. I'm not sure what days. I know during the week. But anyways, she had this one for sale and I just had to have it because I love my spotted cattleyas. So pretty. Hopefully you guys can see the name. It's a little dirty. But this video, I'm telling you, it doesn't do it justice. This flower, oh my gosh. All right, everyone, that is going to be it for today's video because once again, I had to stop and delete some old videos to make space so that I could continue. So I don't want that to happen once again. So I'm going to end it here. I hope you all enjoyed this quick garden video. I will catch you guys in my next one. Remember to always live aloha.